We're going to start with the Serenity Prayer, and then we'll go into the daily reflections. If you or someone you know are questioning yourselves about whether or not you're an alcoholic or whether they are an alcoholic or drug addict, reach out. We can help you. You don't have to do it alone. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Grant me patience with the struggles that take time, an appreciation for all that I have, tolerance of those with different struggles, and the strength to get up and try again, one day at a time. The easier, softer way. May 13th. If we skip this vital step, we may not overcome drinking. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 72. I certainly didn't leap at the opportunity to face who I was, especially when the pains of my drinking days hung over me like a dark cloud. But I soon heard at the meetings about the fellow member who just didn't want to take step 5 and kept coming back to meetings, trembling from the horrors of reliving his past. The easier, softer way is to take the steps to freedom from our fatal disease and to put our faith in the fellowship and our higher power. Alcoholism is a disease that affects not only our physical and mental health, but also our spiritual well-being. It cannot be cured, but it can be arrested through the practice of the 12-step program. We say we are recovered for today, contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual condition. The steps are not only a means to overcome addiction, but also a way of life that helps us to develop a spiritual foundation and to find a new way of living. However, taking these steps can be challenging, and many of us may be tempted to take the easier, softer way. The phrase easier, softer way is mentioned in the Big Book, where it is described as the path of least resistance that we may take to avoid doing the work required to recover from our seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. We may be tempted to skip over the challenging steps or to half-heartedly work through them without truly committing to the process. This path may seem easier in the short term, but in the long run, it can lead to a lack of progress in our recovery and also to a relapse. Step 5 can be intimidating because it requires us to confront our past mistakes and shortcomings, and it can bring up feelings of shame, guilt, and fear. As the passage states, if we skip this vital step, we may not overcome drinking. Taking step 5 is crucial to our recovery because it allows us to let go of the shame and guilt that often accompany it. By admitting our wrongs to another person, we are taking a step towards healing and forgiveness. We are also acknowledging our humanity and our imperfections and for asking for help moving forward. This step can be a powerful and transformative experience. It allows us to let go of the past and to focus on the present and the future. It is not easy, and it requires courage and willingness. It can be tempting to avoid the step to try to work through it on our own. We must take the steps required to recover, even if they are difficult or uncomfortable. The foundation of the AA program is surrender. Surrender requires us to acknowledge our powerlessness over our addiction and to place our trust in a higher power. When we take this crucial step, we are surrendering our ego and our need to be perfect. We acknowledge that we cannot do this alone and that we need help in our recovery. This surrender can be a powerful experience as it allows us to let go of the past and to focus on the present. Honesty is the principle behind the first step. Honesty requires us to be truthful with ourselves and others about our thoughts, feelings, and actions. In admitting our wrongs in the 5th step, we are being honest with ourselves and another person about our past mistakes and shortcomings. This honesty can be difficult, but it is essential. By being honest, no matter what the repercussions are, we are opening ourselves up to healing and growth. By attending meetings, we are connecting with others who have had similar experiences and who understand what we are going through. The support and encouragement we receive from our fellow members can help us to stay on track and to continue moving forward in our recovery. The fellowship also provides us with a sense of community and belonging that can help us feel less alone The easier, softer way. May 13th. If we skip this vital step, we may not overcome drinking. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 72. I certainly didn't leap at the opportunity to face who I was, especially when the pains of my drinking days hung over me like a dark cloud. But I soon heard at the meetings about the fellow member who just didn't want to take step 5 and kept coming back to meetings, trembling from the horrors of reliving his past. The easier, softer way is to take the steps to freedom from our fatal disease and to put our faith in the fellowship and our higher power. Carpe the diem, boys and girls. Please subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.